No. I was like, we'll see. Well, like, and I'll end it with the, you know,
The following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broken everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar, brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.
Wrestle Fandom Radio, Disruption Network, Stu Garrett rated R, ZB on the set first, Utica, New York, them CNY wrestling fans, giving you results like attendance, heads are in the stands, rumors in advance, who's returning, who got injured, we're paying homage to the legends, knowing through the tenure, I had to spit it on wax, we give opinions and facts, all the latest updates, who was getting the strap, who was getting pushed, who was heating, who was cheating, who got buried for a top spot and who was leaving, what you think of TNA, what you think of the E, who's the best in Ring of Honor, who's in NXT, also Lucha Underground and New Japan Pro, AAA in Mexico, you know this is the fan show. We do this for the love and show it locally. This is what a wrestling podcast's supposed to be. Disruption Networks, Wrestle Fandom Radio, reviewing the pay-per-views, talk about your favorite show, hear about who made the news, latest on the internet, what's the shoot and what's the work, who's the champ's biggest threat. Disruption Networks, Wrestle Fandom Radio, reviewing the pay-per-views, talk about your favorite show, hear about who made the news, latest on the internet, what's the shoot and what's the work, who's the champ's biggest threat. Do you hate Roman Reigns? Who's the best in the Shield? Will John Cena eventually end up turning the heel? We young bucks and Bullet Club in a
Stuart.
Garrett,
What is up?
how are you, sir? And
I am.
People.
I am. How are you? How was your New Year?
It was good.
Good.
It was yours.
All right.
I'm the king of cornhole.
Yeah.
I
Are you?
am. I'm just not gonna let people live it down. 2 threes in the third best 2 out of 3 match in cornhole at Phil's house with Phil as my partner. 2 threes to seal the deal.
Awesome.
Boom.
Awesome. Good job.
Kobe.
Kobe. Nice. All right. Well, you are watching Disruption Network, and this is Wrestle Fandom Radio, the greatest podcast you've never heard.
Word.
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to the show. We are returning after, the festivities of the past couple weeks.
I've missed you.
I missed you. We had a busy couple weeks. I only got to see you once when you helped me move, which I
did.
appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
That was an eventful, everything.
I don't know, because you guys said like 8, 9 a.m. I was like, I'll meet you at like 10 or 11.
I don't blame you. You work pretty late. That's fine. So yeah. Well, lots going on in the wrestling world.
Lots.
As everyone knows. But before we get to anything else, I think I want to try and give a phone call to the ICW champ himself, Mr. Sean Carr.
Ooh.
What do you think about that?
It's a way to kick off the new year.
That's what I'm talking about. See, that's why I want
Right to the top.
Yeah, right to the top. I just want to start big, so we can see what's going on here. That was a little bit loud. Maybe we'll turn it down a little bit.
He's deaf.
That's true. It's true. Every time I put these headphones on, I don't know why I haven't learned yet. It blows my ears out. So,
Hello.
Sean Carr.
Hey, what's up, guys?
It's
What
Garrett
up?
and Stu from Wrestle Fandom Radio. How's it going, brother?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, we are doing all right. We're doing all right. We got you here live on air. We're excited to have you. Thank you for taking the phone call.
Thank you guys for having me. It's always a pleasure to talk with you guys.
Absolutely. So, one, we wanted to congratulate you about winning
Yes,
the
sir.
ICW champ a couple months ago. That was
you.
big,
Thank
big
you.
surprise. A lot of people maybe didn't see it quite coming yet, but there you were cashing in and beating Holiday for that belt. It was pretty exciting night.
No time like the present.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun being there.
Yeah.
For sure. It was one great moment for sure.
Yeah. And then that was a hell of a defense against Bobby Ocean there at the last show of the year.
Thank you. Yeah, Bobby's always a really tough competitor. He always brings his A game. So anytime him and I can get in there and lock horns, I always feel that we bring the best out of them in each other.
Well, yeah, I've personally seen 2 of your matches now, so it's easy to agree with you there. That's you guys are fantastic in the ring together. So how are you feeling about the upcoming match you got at the very first ICW show that we're gonna have here? You're wrestling. Who are you wrestling? We got Robo, the Punjabi Lion, right? And then Mike
Yep.
Verna. Both
Yeah,
at the same time. That's going to be a hell of a match.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. The one thing is being a Immortal Heavyweight Champion. I want to prove that, I can, I want to be a fighting champion. I want to defend that belt against anybody. And, what better way than my second title defense to take out the, 2 of the best that are on the roster.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be one great match, and I think it's going to be one that fans are going to be talking about for a while.
Oh, I'm sure. That's it's definitely going to be a hell of a main event for year one or not year one, for show one of the year. So, and do you have anything else going on? We know you're a regional wrestler, so do you have anything else going on anywhere else that you would like to plug while you're on air?
Yeah, Excite Wrestling. That's my my home company. We just moved into a mall. We are taking up an old Route 21 store, and we turned it into our own little arena, pretty much.
That's amazing.
Shows are doing really good. We're 3 for 3. We've had 3 shows, and all 3 shows have drawn well over 300 people.
Awesome.
And my goal for this year is to become the first time, 3-time Excite Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. So that's my goal. Kind of locked into a little bit of a feud with Stockade, the Deathmatch Asgardian, as a lot of people know him. But yeah, we're doing really good. Other than that, I'm New York Championship Wrestling. They got me on a few shows coming up, and Empire State Wrestling, another great company. Just trying to make 2020 a very fun, prosperous year for wrestling.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be your year.
Year of the car.
Yeah, the year of the car.
Year of the car.
Yeah, well, if you become the first 3-time champ, you definitely gotta give us a call. Let us know that you made some history there. So,
Oh, absolutely. You guys be the first people that I want to have an interview by.
all right, we appreciate that.
Awesome.
All right, well, we appreciate you taking the call. We just wanted to touch base with you real quick, for our first show of the year. So we'll let you go, but again, thank you for the call. Good luck, and we will see you in the February show on the 15th.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Always a pleasure.
Sean Carr, always the best.
You're at the car. You can make royalty checks for that addressed to Stuart Hutchinson.
Addressed to Stu. Yeah. So yeah, is there anything you want to get to? Because what we usually do is we go through the big, the best of the 2019. We break it down. We got like a big list of 10 different things that we try to discuss. Best this, best that. Da, da, da. Do you want to do that, or is there any other?
One thing I would like to
wrestling
say,
news
just to get out of the way
before we do anything else.
Yeah, before we do anything else, I would just like to. I gotta throw it up because I think NXT, the last episode for the new year, because they had their award show or whatever last year. Yeah, well, technically last year. But ending the Baszler, I think pretty much ended at this point. Maybe Baszler makes one more appearance. Send off because I really think she's appearing at the Rumble. But Rhea Ripley capping that feud on the last show of the year.
Yep.
Just I love that feud. Like everything that really has been actually simmering for like months.
Right.
Like they built it correctly.
Yeah. It was a slow burn towards it, but not too slow.
Oh,
It was perfect. It wasn't too slow. It wasn't too fast. It was.
They made her look strong, and I don't know. I could go on and on. I could PowerPoint it.
Right.
I could do a whole PowerPoint presentation if I really sat down and wasn't lazy. But I just want to give daps out to Rhea Ripley and them doing something right.
Right.
Their women's division is pretty fire.
Yeah. Do you think Baszler's going to show up in the women's Rumble?
Yeah, that's a lot of people's prediction.
Like, do you think she'll come out last and kind of eliminate everybody?
No.
No?
I don't. Maybe. Close to last.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no. That's my pick.
28. It seems like late in the 20s they always bring out like a crazy awesome person, and it's like, okay, well that person was awesome. Who cares about these last two people if they're not going to be as fire as this person?
Well, I also like the fact that they're doing 10 people from Raw, 10 people from SmackDown.
That's
10
right. They
people
are
from
doing
NXT.
Yeah, that's actually going to be. I can't actually wait to see that.
And then having Brock be number one entrant in the men's Royal Rumble. I'm interested. I bet you they're just going to be probably setting up his WrestleMania opponent.
Right.
I would imagine.
So do you think that they'll change? They'll put like the stipulation that they did was it Reigns? When Reigns was the champ, they made him go
no,
into the Rumble.
I have no idea.
He had to defend it as
in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Do you think he'll end up doing that? Like they'll get so worked up.
No, I think it's just going to be Brock entering. Maybe they'll put it on screen that this is just, of course, fantasy booking as we like to do here.
Right.
But that he'll just go in and say, if he wins, then, obviously nobody can challenge him because he'll beat everybody.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But then someone's going to toss him out. And that's probably going to be, I would imagine. That's how I do it. His feud for WrestleMania.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they'll finally pull the trigger on it being Braun Strowman or
No, I think I love Braun. I do. Even if he breaks kayfabe on Instagram or whatever the Mark over here complains about. Where is he tonight? No Demetrios? No Anthony?
No. I'm sure it would have came on, but I didn't want to throw that big of a list too late at him and have him be like, oh no, I don't,
Okay.
I'm not ready. I don't know. I've been busy. I've been so busy I forgot to really handle all the business in all reality. So, but yeah, if
it'd be nice if we had guests.
Huh?
I'm just saying.
I know, but yeah, we'll handle it.
It gets lonely.
Yeah, the last few shows have been. Are you kidding me?
How's it going, boys? Why don't you just slide on over there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Really? Right now?
Garrett, how you doing?
I'm
No,
fine,
no, no,
Coffin.
no.
How are
No,
you?
no. Can't see your pretty face. Slide on over. Put them headphones on. You're in on this too now.
Hi,
Awesome.
Coffin.
Possum, how you doing, buddy?
My name is not Possum, Coffin.
Your name's Possum.
All right. Oh yeah, sorry, Stu. Let me unmute you here.
All right,
buddy.
take your time. Get him set up.
So, hi.
How are you?
That's terrifying.
I'm all right. We didn't know you were coming.
Well, I didn't tell you I was coming, did I?
No, you didn't.
You're quite easy to find.
Well,
Here I
yeah, it's
am.
at the studio.
Well, believe it or not, you actually kind of invited me.
I did.
Yeah.
When did I invite you?
He does have you there.
When you said that jerk won't show up here.
And I subtly kind of, told you maybe you
Should
don't
listen
poke
to
a bear.
Okay, I
Listen to him.
did say that.
So now I gave you an apology at that an Immortal show there.
Are we really calling it an apology?
That was an apology. It's the best you're ever going to get from me, son. So I'm giving you the opportunity. Would you like to apologize to me? Like you have a choice.
Okay. Coffin, I am sorry for calling you a jerk.
You know what? I'll accept that. Hell, I brought you a present even.
You brought me a present.
Brought you a present.
Okay.
So, you know what?
What's this?
That's for you.
This is an Ataxia hoodie.
Yeah. Put it on.
Oh, we're already on air.
Put it
Put.
on.
It kind of looks fresh.
Just for you, bud.
Fine.
Come on. Don't be shy.
I'm putting it on.
Is it 100% cotton?
100% cotton. Yep. Freshly printed. Just for him. Yeah. Come on. Ridiculous.
What?
Huh?
I didn't say anything.
Uh-huh. Oh, look at you dressing yourself like a big boy. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty.
There we go.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's new merch we got going.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Tuck these in.
Can we find that at our local vendors?
You can find that at any Immortal show or any show we show up at, really. And you can contact myself, Bishop. We'll get it for you. I mean, we got that beautiful hoodie there. We got our shirts. We got bandanas. We got pins, stickers, patches. We're going to have hats soon. So, I mean, you should really, really buy our stuff. It helps keeps us off the streets.
Which is a good place for them to be.
Yeah, we end up there anyhow.
And the best place apparently is right here with us.
Well, I don't know about the best, but I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're here.
And another thing, there's something else I wanted to correct you gentlemen on.
What's that?
With the whole Haas, Brandon Lee thing that's going on.
Okay.
You said that in Schenectady, we jumped Brandon Lee and beat the hell out of him in the ring. That is untrue. I mean, it did happen.
Right.
What you guys neglected to point out was the fact that we were out there taking care of a Ataxia business, and they interrupted us. We were dealing with our prospect. They had no business coming out there.
Okay.
It kind of has a...
You are right. That was.
And now that guy we were beating the hell out of, what happened to him now? He's our prospect.
Right.
What happened to Brandon Lee? Got laid out.
Yeah.
Everybody that came out got laid out.
Right.
Except Haas. We let that geriatric alone.
Yeah. You're right. We said it wrong, minced words.
You did.
However, so apologies. You guys were handling your business with whatever you were doing. And yes, Brandon Lee did come out.
Yes, he did.
And
had no business.
Get in your guys' business. This is true. So apologies again for that.
All right, well, I don't have another gift for you for that apology, but I'll accept it.
All right.
So, what are we talking about?
Well, we were actually about to get into what you call it, the best of 2019. We have a whole list of stuff we're gonna go over.
Oh yeah.
If you'd like to join in the discussion,
I'm here.
if that's well, since you're here,
Just got here. Think I'm going to leave now?
while you're here, why don't I actually put your name up on the thing, because I don't want to get yelled at for that later either.
You know what? I didn't even think of that. You know what? I appreciate the initiative. It touches me right in the heart, right in the feels that you thought I hadn't are going to do that now. Thank you.
No problem. Stu, you want to lead it while I'm doing that? You want to lead us into maybe the first thing that we had listed?
So is this like a normal award show?
Yeah, except we don't have awards and we don't really matter that much.
Yeah, and I'm not Ricky Gervais. I hope you don't mind topical comedy.
Yeah,
I don't mind it all.
All right.
But the
know
rest,
We can be friends. I mean, you're my brother. I got you, but you know me. I'm a diplomat, so
He might be your brother, but you're in swinging distance. Just saying.
Oh, my teeth are already fake, so I guess that's not an issue. Anyways, so all right, so we've got a list of awards we're giving out here for 2019. Doesn't matter the context, the wrestler, the Fed, anything. But I guess we can start out with a bang. How about moment of the year?
moment of the year.
Yes.
My moment of the year is actually the same as my best title win. So
is it? Should we just get it out of the way? What's your best title win and your best moment?
Both. Basically because I was there and it was the WWE storyline I was interested in most the entire year.
Yeah, I'm on.
Kofi
All right.
at Mania.
Well, that gets
Kofi at Mania was my we were there. We got to see it. It was a big payoff. I think
it was cool because
I don't think there's. I think even Daniel Bryan fans were. The whole place. The whole place. I didn't see anybody not be like, oh God, no, no. The whole place went up.
That was good until they embarrassed him.
Oh yeah, that's a whole once again PowerPoint you could do.
Yeah,
and then just scoot him off to Raw. But I had that as my best title win, so I guess we'll get that out of the way.
Okay.
Just because, they were supposed to have Ali there, and then he got injured, and the whole Kofi thing just flowed so naturally.
Yeah.
It fit better, I think.
Right.
Wasn't my moment of the year though.
Okay. So hold on, but because we both had that as best title win,
mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite title win?
Well, yeah, best title win of the year would be Ataxia winning the interstate tag titles.
That was definitely an accomplishment.
Very
for sure.
Where and when did that happen?
That's none of your damn business when and where that happened. It was a legitimate title win. We defend them.
Okay.
Taz did have the FTW title after all.
Right.
They're legitimate titles. We hold them. We won them fair and square. They are defended anytime, any place, anywhere. Hell, anybody could just come up and ask for a title match. They'll get it. So, that was a pretty damn good moment for me. And as for moment of the year, a time with Garrett Holiday in Rome where we gave him a concussion.
Really?
Yeah, really. That was a good time.
Guy a concussion was the moment of the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
That was another time.
Listen, I've doled out some concussions in my day. So, I can say it's kind of enjoyable.
It's very enjoyable.
Not to be a tough
I take
guy.
back my second of hostility there. You're right. It was enjoyable. I understand where you're coming from.
Well, it was another guy that wanted to interfere in the taxi business, and we had to teach him a lesson, and he got taught a lesson.
Right.
And he was put out for a couple of months.
Right.
So, it's not like it wasn't deserved.
Right.
So.
Well, my moment of the year, it's a little rosier, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to say Becky Lynch, but I'm not going to say WrestleMania.
Okay.
My Becky Lynch was actually at the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Because that set up the whole WrestleMania thing.
Right.
And I like how they teased it. Nice little bit of a storyline for the entire show, kept you engaged. Because
Right.
WrestleMania is a long grind nowadays. A lot of watching. So
We were tired.
yeah, but
And we sat. And we were still tired.
yeah, I wasn't there. I was just watching at home. But
Yeah.
and plus, my girl Asuka tapped her out to earlier on. So
Right.
There's someone that's not used properly.
Asuka?
Oh, yeah.
Hands down, no.
I enjoy actually seeing her on TV right now. To be honest, just because she's actually on TV, but no, she's not being used.
I definitely like her heel work, her actual heel work, like how she's doing it. But the storylines she's in are having no payoff.
I'm going to be real with you. Have you seen her stuff from Japan?
No, I will.
Just clips, like literally just compilation clips.
All right.
So
you're better off checking it out full matches because
Yeah.
what she's capable of doing and what they're using her for is criminal.
Right.
So. Oh, look at that. Non-hostile wrestling talk.
Yeah.
Go, guys.
Look, maybe we can be friends. Who knows?
No.
So, well, that's best title win and moment of the year. So, what do we have next here? Well, we had title of the year down.
Right. Title of the year. I would actually throw it to. I mean, I want to give my shout out to ICW.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to seem like I'm pandering a little bit, but if we're going to talk maybe some bigger league stuff, I'm actually going to go North American.
Of NXT?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, to be honest, like me specifically, I'm more North American wrestling, like just the AEW. I mean, I haven't really watched a lot of Ring of Honor lately.
Right.
Because there's so much wrestling and so much
There's a lot.
so much to concentrate on. I don't even really pay that much attention to Raw and SmackDown. I like my NXT. I like my AEW. I'm starting to like my AEW more.
Right.
But so my vision, was kind of skewed. So I say the NXT World Title because what was disastrous when Ciampa went out and kind of killed the whole Gargano Ciampa feud. What they did with Cole, kind of fast tracking the whole Undisputed Era thing a little bit, in my opinion. It worked. It worked well. So I don't know. Every NXT World Title match I've watched so far this last 2019 was great.
Yeah. Yeah, they were all pretty fire.
Mm-hmm. The same cannot be said for the Universal title.
No.
Or even the world title had its moments.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan and Kofi, like that was good. Kofi afterwards, questionable.
Yeah.
Although they did book him strong.
Yeah, they booked him strong for a while. They booked him, I think, pretty strong right up until the end.
But 5 years from now, we're really going to be talking about Kofi's feud with Dolph Ziggler. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think he's a heel too, right?
I never heard of her.
All right. Do you happen to have a favorite title of 2019?
Favorite title?
Maybe the Interstate Tag.
Yeah, I mean, let's keep going with that.
The tag titles in which you hold. Makes a lot of sense.
And segues nicely in the next category.
The only tag champs in Immortal, by the way, are Ataxia. You realize that, right?
That is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keeping tag team wrestling alive right now.
Really only team.
Yeah.
I mean, we destroy everybody that comes in front of us one way or another. So,
Right.
And if we don't get you now, we're going to get you later.
So I'm going to guess that probably your tag team of the year would be Ataxia as well. Is that a safe bet?
No, Young Bucks.
Okay, yeah.
No, I hate the Young Bucks. Yes,
All right. Well, tag team of the year. Just because the tag division is quite lacking in NXT, I want to say Phoenix and Pentagon, but I'm going with Undisputed Era. Only 3-time tag champs in NXT.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Right. They shined more in other years while they were very good this year.
It was nice to see Fish and O'Reilly. Nothing against,
No, nothing against them.
the other pairings with O'Reilly, but
having Fish back. Fish
Yeah.
and O'Reilly are the two that mesh better. But I mean, O'Reilly could literally wrestle with anybody. He could wrestle with Doink the Clown, and they'd be a good tag team.
Which one?
He's amazing.
yeah, good point. Point noted.
Either. It could literally be anybody. I thought the Street Profits really shined in 2019.
I love them in NXT. Their call up.
Yeah, well, you've heard me gripe about call-ups in all of them.
Oh, me too, bro.
The last show not the last couple shows when I said the way that they destroyed call-ups in 2019 was just like the worst thing ever. That's why I'm glad. One of the reasons I was glad that NXT went TV.
Well, I mean, you look at the call-ups, it's like that's where you go to die. I mean, they don't do anything with anybody.
Yeah, like, look how great EC3 was, And I wasn't even like the hugest fan of EC3, but look how
He's a good example.
He was the NXT crowd loved him. He was doing good wrestling. He had everything going on. He got called up. I haven't seen him since. Like, where's he been?
He gone.
I'm the biggest Aleister Black mark.
Yes, you are.
And once again, because I didn't really get to see who was he on the independents. Tommy Oh, he had a different name. No, was he just Aleister Black? I'm thinking of somebody else. Sorry, brain. Biggest mark, and I'm screwing up his history. But anyways, yeah, they
I
don't.
don't even know what his name was on that.
I believe it was Aleister Black. I'm not even sure. I can't remember. But anyways, goes Michael Chasm of NXT there. They called him up, and I still love the guy, but kind of recently with Buddy Murphy, I'm getting a little bit of faith there.
Right.
They're trying to push him, but
Well, there's another guy who's just a great wrestler, so like they've been having a good feud, good work
yeah,
together. So
You know what, too? Going back to tag teams, you forget to mention Rock and Roll Express. They are the NWA Tag Team Champions, 9th time now.
right. And how old are they?
Old enough.
Old enough to, yeah,
But
old enough.
here's something fun to think about, too. March show for Immortal, they've already announced that Rock and Roll are going to be there.
Yes. If you haven't heard,
A Taxi is going to be there, too.
oh,
I respect the guys, but I got nothing about busting one of their kneecaps. What?
you want to bust a rock and roll?
Yeah, why not?
Rock and roll, especially.
They took out a legend? Hell yeah.
Okay. I'm just asking questions.
I tell you what, we'll go title for title with them.
Okay.
What?
that's a bold statement to make.
I'm just saying that they are the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, and we're younger, we're faster. I mean, look what we got now. We got Bud. You know, that's quite a powerhouse right there.
I know. I saw him one of the last matches I saw. A spear he gave out. It hurt me, and I was standing in the back.
He'll bust your damn spleen with that.
Yeah. It didn't look.
But now you know who we got now too to be his partner too.
Who's that?
Damian Slade.
That's right.
So now we got a young quick guy.
That's right.
Does all the flippy shit.
Right.
So you're telling me those two couldn't take out Rock and Roll?
I'm not trying to tell anyone anything.
Be honest. Go ahead.
No, I know. I don't know because I don't know how well that Slade and Bud are going to work in a match together.
Gonna have to find out pretty soon, huh?
I guess that's what's we'll be seeing.
Yeah.
Soon we shall all see. But anyways,
How do you work with this guy all the time?
I've known him for about 30 years. So
Oh, you got used to the slow. Okay.
back to my gaff. Tommy End is what I was thinking of. That was Aleister Black's
You remembered.
Yeah.
other. Well, yeah, I definitely didn't use Wikipedia or anything.
Yep, there it is. Never mind.
Hey, I just had to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Yeah.
All right.
Tends to happen when you get jostled suddenly sometimes.
It does.
Where were we? Oh,
Where
man.
do you want to go? We got.
Best pay-per-view, best big show, basically.
I have a tie.
You have a tie?
I have a tie.
What's your tie?
One because I was there, Mania.
Okay.
But tied with War Games because War Games is always amazing, as it was this year.
Yep.
It's always good. They're gonna have. I mean, I always say the Rumble's my favorite because it is the Rumble style match, but nothing has happened in the past couple Rumbles that's been like the standout thing of the year.
I think we all pretty much assumed Seth was going to win the Rumble last year.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah, I think I remember talking about it.
People were excited when Seth Rollins actually won the Rumble last year.
Yeah, they ain't too excited about him anymore.
No, well, I love the heel turn though. I do. I like him with AOP, just because trying to force him. I think maybe WWE's finally learned their lesson of stop trying to like shove like a Roman Reigns or this babyface or their hand select people so much down their throats, our throats, maybe
Right.
a little bit.
Doubt it. They got a track record. I doubt it very highly.
Right.
Well, for my best pay-per-view, I had Double or Nothing.
Oh, okay.
All right. I would have actually gone with All In, but that was September 2018.
Right.
Not using Wikipedia for that off the top of my head.
He's telling the truth this time, too.
Yeah, I am. I got my notes open. But yeah, Double or Nothing. The Moxley. It was great.
Right.
Loved it. Jericho won the title with a pretty solid match.
Right.
No?
Yeah, no, that was a good match.
Do you have a favorite?
Into the Fire, NWA.
Yeah.
I mean, they put on a classic old school style pay-per-view. Nothing was bad. I mean, it really wasn't.
Yeah, the 2 out of 3 falls match.
That was amazing. Nick Aldis and James Storm.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a nice little slow burn with them, built it up, and then came to head, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was.
The little bit I know of NWA, that's one thing I do actually really want to correct. Going into my next one is watching more of NWA Power, right? Power.
Yeah.
Power. I want to watch it, but yeah, that feud with James Storm. I loved Beer Money. I love James Storm and TNA and Impact or whatever the hell you want to call it. So
Yeah. Him and TNA it was all great. Did you happen to see or hear about what happened at the end of the last Power on Tuesday?
no.
Yeah.
So not so much that like I care, you know.
I honestly don't.
Yeah, but it is wrestling news.
It is.
So Nick Aldis with his guys said that if the Rock and Roll Express want to get in a match, a team match with them, then which one of them gets a shot?
I forget which one gets a shot, to be honest with you.
Oh, excuse me. My God, what was that?
One of them,
Professional.
I don't know why.
Thanks.
Gets
We're loose here.
Gets a shot at the title.
Okay.
So then Nick said that the two of them wouldn't be in the match. It would be up to their team who won. So then they had to find other people to wrestle with him. And then his two guys, I can't remember the name of their two guys. I'm terrible with names. Their third man was Scott Steiner.
Oh.
Scott Steiner came out and walked down through the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
And
roided up as ever.
yeah, just really roided up as ever. And he
looked like he was gonna pop.
Yeah, his forearms. He looked, if he went like this, it would just explode.
Yeah.
So that's again news.
He loves Stephanie.
Ever since Steiner got roided out, I didn't care anymore. I loved the Steiner brothers when I was younger. Loved them.
Oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
When I was little, in the
Michigan, bro.
Arena, I stuck my hand out, and Rick slapped my hand and knocked me over. That's
Dog
how
face
small.
gremlin.
That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
small I was, and he was just like walking and slapping hands, and I didn't think that a wrestler walking by and smacking your hand was going to be that hard. But then what did I know? And
See,
I went right down.
It's the equivalent of me getting headbutt by a giraffe when I was 8 years old at the Boston Zoo.
What?
Is there video of that?
That's true.
I've never heard that story.
You haven't heard that one? I'll tell you later, bro.
I've known you for 30 years.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Is there video of that?
No, I was 8. I'm 36.
Oh.
I think I was 8. I was young. It was just me and my dad on vacation in Boston, and yeah.
No.
It happened.
Well, it's a story.
My goodness.
That's tell you later.
Hey, didn't Rick Steiner become part of some school board or something at one point?
Yeah, what?
I think I remember that
one of
being
those.
I don't know.
What the hell does he do now? I know Scott's got the restaurant, right? In Georgia? Something like that.
Maybe.
I think so. Yeah,
But
I'm pretty sure Rick got on a school board.
I think I actually remember hearing.
Remember that being weird.
Yeah. Or sometimes it's weird when you hear about like what wrestlers are doing now.
Well, look at Muhammad Hassan,
Yeah, he's.
vice principal in Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he's. Oh, man. I'd love to get that guy in the show. Just talk to him.
Good luck.
Yeah, no. Probably never happen. But it'd be cool. Trying to find out what Rick Steiner does now, but
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Right, now that we sidetracked there.
yeah, no, we sidetracked. But best product I had on here, and I think what you meant for that was what was like the best show, like
Yeah, the best
product.
Yeah, the best on TV product, like who had the best what?
Not Raw. If I'm
Definitely not Raw. AEW came on late, as well as NWA, but
Does that count though? That's on YouTube.
it's on YouTube. But I mean, it's on the internet. I think if we're to do the same list again next year, I would definitely say that would count if it's an internet show, because didn't Johnny Moran say that was it PPW was going to be having an internet show. So, we could end up with even a lot more
Yeah.
things. But for me, obviously, because I talk about it all the time, I think NXT, even for the short time it was on, had the best because it swang for more fences than AEW had to. AEW was just a new product, so they could roll everything out the way that they wanted to, where NXT had to come on the air purposefully to counter them. Because it was a brand new TV show on a network that used to rival WWE, it already had that momentum, and it could be and do whatever it wanted to. In NXT, I think they went for it in all the right places, and it ended up being the best show because there was times during last year where Raw was doing all right, but for the most part, SmackDown was pretty much winning, and then Raw still kind of ended up becoming. Yeah, they both.
Raw did this actually.
Yeah, they both kind of did that, but then NXT came out and was consistent like it always was when it was just the 1 hour on the network.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of a dip with NXT before they moved to the network. A little bit of a dip because all those call-ups were affecting it, and I was really
well. That's why another problem I had with the call-ups was you take away all the hottest people, and then you have to reestablish and rebuild. And it's like,
Yeah, but how sad is it that their minor league is better than the big leagues?
Oh, it's fine by me.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I don't mind it at all, but how sad is that?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it's all due to showrunner because the wrestlers in NXT even right now are just as all the wrestlers on all three shows are just as, they're all comparable. They're all equal. You could put on good shows with all the people that they have. It's who's running the show, who's writing the storylines, who's letting what happen.
Who's making Rusev come out of a cake?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, don't get me started on Ruru. I love Rusev.
I mean, talk about another burial that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and
it's not the first time he's been.
What?
If we want to use term
we talk
buried,
about missed. We talk about missed trigger pulls all the time. Like, why wasn't he even a mid-card champ during Rusev Day? Why?
Because he got over without them.
That's and that's a good point.
And they took Aiden English away.
That you said too. It's like they create something for themselves.
Zack Ryder.
Yep.
Zack Ryder
got over without them.
I always forget his name.
Ty Dillinger. Sean Spears.
Hit that, and how great was that? And killed it. You can't create anything. It's probably the whole EC3 thing as well.
Who?
He didn't want to relinquish that.
Yeah, kind of to a point, almost Samoa Joe. But they let. I mean, he's definitely had success.
Yeah.
But still, how they don't capitalize on that man at different points.
I've seen him literally chop the skin off of somebody's chest.
Who's Samoa Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't doubt that at all.
No.
You guys know who Necro Butcher is, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Deathmatch wrestler, did a lot of hardcore crazy stuff.
Okay.
At one time, he was like one of the top 10 paid independent wrestlers in the world.
Okay.
And him and Joe had a match. And Necro does this thing where he'll sit down across from you in a chair, and all you do is throw hands at each other. Legit punches until somebody gets fed up and starts throwing chairs or whatever. He's a tough guy. He headbutted Joe and busted himself open. I mean, Joe's just a tough sumbitch. And so many missed opportunities with him.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You ever seen his matches with Punk? CM Punk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah. ROH.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Draws, 65. Yeah.
I mean, look, if when you go back to TNA, they built that company on Joe and AJ.
Yep.
They built it on them.
And now where are they both? And what are they doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's Impact doing? Are they doing anything?
They're doing one thing correctly that I know. One thing that I've been following. Tessa Blanchard is going to wrestle Sami Callihan.
I did see that.
For the championship this Saturday, I think, actually.
You think she's
I think they're going to pull that trigger, man.
Sorry, I just got a message that distracted me. What do you think's gonna happen?
By the way, Tessa Blanchard is my.
Oh yeah.
of the
January
year.
12th.
Yes, but before we step to best female, did you have a favorite TV product?
Oh, I didn't even say mine.
Product
just NWA.
for you? NWA.
I'm kind of cheating.
Okay.
I'm just saying YouTube as a broad, because AEW Dark, I really I find myself, like I said, I don't have access to cable, so I really got to Frankenstein some shit to get my matches. You know what I mean? And YouTube's a big part of that. But I mean, like NWA Power, AEW Dark. I like how wrestling companies are doing that.
Right.
I think it's smart because not all of us have cable, and I think people are finally starting to recognize that.
Right.
Some of the stuff you're seeing on Dark is better than what you're seeing on Dynamite.
Oh man, Joey versus I was one of the first AEW Darks. I think it was Kenny Omega versus Joey.
Joey Janela.
Yeah. And a lights out match.
Yep.
That match was great, fantastic. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. So that'd be my best
I
product.
try not to give Omega compliments, but yeah, he did pretty good.
So then on to I think Tessa Blanchard stood out high and far and away because she was wrestling guys and it's believable. I mean, look at the size of Brian Cage, and yet the way she won that gauntlet match made sense. You know, he went to go hit her, and she managed to flip him around and catch him in a pin.
I really wanted to
made sense. You know,
yeah, I agree with you. I wanted to use this one just to kind of, slide in that one, definitely like favoritism type thing. And I was gonna do EO because I love EO.
Right.
Like, once again, I've only seen her in NXT. I know she was in Stardom or whatever in Japan, and rumors are that she might go back there when her contract expires, but whatever. But her transformation from typical babyface Japanese female wrestler in WWE style landscape to what she is now, I love her now so much. And I was going to put her, but I put Tessa because just everything she's done. And now she's possibly going to be the Impact World Champion.
Yeah.
I think Callahan's going to accidentally kill her.
Yeah.
He's got a history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hurt quite a few people.
Right.
I mean, let's not forget that time with the chair and a baseball bat.
Mm-hmm. I have experience with Sammy actually at a 2CW show.
Yeah.
When he came barreling towards me in the crowd and went, "Move," and I just kind of like when you came out earlier. I was like, "Yep, okay, I'm out the way."
I mean, Sammy's not the most great. I like Sammy Callahan. Not the most graceful though.
Right.
I mean,
Not a ballerina.
No. I mean, he put the chair over somebody. I forget how he positioned it, but he was going to hit it with a baseball bat. So you got this much to hit with a bat. He missed that and caught the guy in the face.
Oh, don't play in the majors, kid.
You know?
Don't play in the majors.
Oh.
Yeah. So she might die.
She has done a lot this year, though.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah. I mean,
basically retired Gail Kim, right?
Did she?
She has. She yeah.
I don't. I'm not 100%.
Headlining against
she wrestled
Callahan.
that match early in 2019.
Yeah.
Against Sammy, and I went for a while. I mean, it didn't look like he beat her easily. It looked like a real match. It was a real match.
Convincing.
Yeah, very. And then she was in that gauntlet. I don't know if there was anything else. Eddie Edwards was the guy who Sammy hit.
Okay.
Ed Freeze says, "Thank you, Ed."
Thanks, Ed.
We love when people chime in and help us out.
Wow.
So
let's see, female wrestler of the year.
Yeah, about to ask.
Text your brotherhood. Red's starting to identify as a female. No, honestly, I watch a lot of wrestling, but when it comes back to it, the things that I've seen, I got to say Christina Marie.
Yeah, I was going to give a small shout out to all the ladies.
Yeah.
The few shows I've got
Christina
to go to this
Marie
year,
is
they were standouts.
She's a hard worker. She puts on a hell of a show. She's tough as can be. And I have yet to see her have a bad match.
No. She's, and I hope no one takes offense to this, but she's frequently the best match at a lot of shows. With the respect to that, sometimes you guys don't have matches, and you guys just come out and handle some business.
Listen, we got business. We got to take care of it. It's not a match, so I'll let it slide this time with that. But no, there's a lot of times where if it's not Ataxia, it's her.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter who she goes against, she puts on an amazing show.
Right.
So,
yeah, she's utterly she has athleticism on a level that's just it's pure insanity. We've been trying to get her on the show. I have been trying to get, but her actual work schedule and our airtime do not mesh, unfortunately. So I am trying to work out something a way to get on. Maybe I might even switch a show day just to get her on the show. So
Someday the stars might align, man.
if she's willing to switch, or you're willing to switch a day to get her on, I don't see why you wouldn't. It's
Yeah,
kind of
so-
silly not to, really.
yeah.
But also feud of the year, by the way. We kind of skipped over.
Okay.
Two people that I thought could be female wrestler of the year. Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler. I already kind of did my thing
Right.
in the beginning of the show about how much I appreciated the way they capped off NXT for 2019. So that's my feud of the year.
Do you have a feud of the year?
Ataxia versus those wannabe assassin ninja
Oh, yeah.
Sesame Street Squad. What are they called?
Bert, Ernie, Cookie Monster,
Yeah,
and Big
them
Bird.
guys.
The Satsujin Squad.
What's that?
The Satsujin Squad.
Bless you. Yeah, those guys.
Those guys.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun.
Rick Recon
To-
and
to-
his
to
boys from the
mess with.
city.
Well, you know what though, too, with Recon, I'll give him a lot of credit because I took the back of his head and I dented the immortal ring steps with it, and I mean, he took that like a champ. So I will give him credit for being tough, and those guys of his are tough, and I think we'd like another shot at them at some point.
Okay.
If it arises, we're not going to say no.
All right. Okay. Then. So
Yeah, feud of the year.
I do have a feud of the year. I thought the
It's not this right now.
No.
No.
No. Well,
No, this is technically 2020.
2020.
All right, sorry. Time is a man-made construct.
Yeah, time's a construct. I think my feud of the year was actually Brian and Kofi, because Brian, this is where I saw what everyone was talking about, where when Brian came back into the ring and I was like, I'm just not sold on Brian, because I didn't watch WWE when he came in, when he got big, and then when he had to go. That was fast as far as your whole life watching wrestling goes.
Didn't you see him in ROH though? Ring on.
I did.
I actually didn't.
I did. Yes.
Missing out on that.
Yeah. The American Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryanson.
Brian Danielson. Yeah.
So
Brian Danielson.
I didn't even have so much against his wrestling. It was just like I didn't see what everyone else was saying. And then when the heel work that he did during that, I was like, wow. I mean, he's really. I wanted to smash his face in. The stuff he was saying to Kofi, just like, you're not on my level of wrestling. You can't. You don't belong here. But the way he sold the "you don't belong here," if like. The more you know about like everything, like you read into that even more, like if you're an older person who knows, someone who is fully black like him had never been the champ. And the way he sold that and said that, you felt like that's one of the things he was also saying too, like, you don't belong here. And it was just like,
You mean they did a race angle better than Booker T and Triple H?
that was so messy. That
A little bit.
But
2003
but then they
era.
also brought it to the
Raw, not good.
Yeah. Then they also brought it to the athleticism part, where where in actuality that he's on level with Brian, and it was just all this that he brought to it, and then Kofi not being like, they didn't play the goofy stuff anymore. They still came out and kind of did their thing. But when it came to being
Yeah, he still came out with pancakes.
yeah, when it came to the actual mic work, Kofi just stood there and looked at him and then said, why he belonged there, and that he absolutely did belong there, and then proved it.
People say it was just what had happened years earlier with Daniel Bryan, and that it was similar but different. Some new shine on an old product. So
Right.
and having Daniel Bryan be the aggressor in that, the heel.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did a good job, and he brought Eric Rowan back from the dead too.
Yeah, that he did.
Yeah,
Him and his weird thing.
Well, I guess
Cage.
everybody needs something.
What's that? I guess Vince loves it. That's just what I've heard.
Vince loves our truth. That's why there's a 24/7. He's still running around. So
right. Yeah.
Okay.
That was so
Acceptable.
Yeah. That's my
I guess.
You guess.
I guess. So I think
What else do we have? How
We have
about best male, and then we'll end.
I think that was the last one anyways.
No, match of the year.
Oh, match of the
So
year.
let's do male, and then match. What do you have for
Male wrestler.
male wrestler? Mine's a breakout
Is it?
star. Yeah, my guy was.
If I guess it, will you just say it?
Yeah.
Keith Lee.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was one of my people I had in my mind.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he's just fantastic.
he's been fantastic for years.
And like you named him after that one thing. The man's a walking GIF.
He is. Not Jiff.
I don't care what anyone
Not
says.
Jeff
I don't-
Scott
I don't
Washburn.
care what anyone says.
Name
I'm
drop.
I'm still gonna say GIF.
GIF. Anyways. But
because it is GIF. I'll
and, well, to be honest, that man is a gift to wrestling. I love
He's a
Keith Lee.
gift to wrestling. That's true. Did you have a favorite male? Coffin.
Honestly, I'd have to go with Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Just because his amazing heel work.
Yeah.
I mean, you got
He gets it.
He does.
He gets wrestling.
Yeah, he knows what he has to do. He knows how to make it work. He goes out there and he does it.
Right.
He could retire tomorrow. He'd be Hall of Fame and WWE Hall of Fame. He'd be
instantly.
both.
Instantly. Yeah. And I mean, he's good as a face. I think he's better as a heel. And
Right.
if you hate the heel, he's doing his job, and everybody hated him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to love a good heel.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
That's what I've always said, like about the work that like Triple H did. It's like, yeah, when he was DX, when he was like, the tweener type of good guy, yeah, it was fun and he was funny and all.
That's
that stuff.
what-
But then when he's like the ultimate heel, you're just like, God, I hate this guy. I want to punch him.
Oh, and when you put him in a position against somebody like Mick Foley, where everybody loves Foley,
Yeah.
and then you have him, pedigree him on the thumbtack's face first, and all that stuff. That's so good.
Oh, Paul loves Mick.
Oh, I know.
He's got to love Mick.
Oh, those guys are great friends.
Yeah.
Mick's got nothing but great things to say.
I've met that man twice as well. And, it's just a quick handshake and everything, but Mick Foley's I love that.
Yeah,
He's one of my favorite
We got
wrestlers.
to meet
of
him
all
at
time.
that show the day Macho Man died.
Mhm.
I mean, that's one.
And RVD.
Yeah, and
Yep.
RVD.
Yep. Second time I got to meet
this
RVD
close
too.
to meeting Flair.
Yeah, that close.
Oh, so close yet so far.
Yeah, it was.
Hmm.
Really.
Daniel Bryan was in consideration for me, as whereas like Okada, because yes, I don't watch a lot of New Japan. I'm trying. There's just so much wrestling.
There's so much. There's almost too much content. We when you used to complain about like when WWE was the only thing, now there's almost too much content.
Yeah. But Chris Jericho. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna put him out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like I said, we're kind of Chris Jericho marks here, and
Yeah, your mark's all right.
yeah. Well, it made sense to have him logically be the first champ. 'Cause you have to have the first champ, in my opinion. Either has to be a heel or it's got to be a babyface. Then they don't last that. You got to have. It's always better to have someone chasing a title. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Fair enough.
So Jericho, because he's the GOAT.
Yeah. All right. And match of the year.
You guys can go first.
Uh,
It's so hard for me to.
It's true, and I'm sure it's like you could put like title matches, you could put big gimmick matches, like one of the war game matches or one of the rumbles or anything from Mania or any one of the big four, anything you could put anything.
It's all subjective. Right?
My favorite was a match that surprised me that I didn't see coming. So it was a rematch. And it was just on TV, and it was Lee versus Dijakovic 2.
Okay.
And
All right.
it's where so I think what they realized was, all right, these two big guys can do moves that the smaller guys are doing, but they're huge power guys. And all right, so you guys had a pretty good first match. Go up there and step it up. Which is what I imagine they probably said, and then they did it. And it was it was unreal watching those two do that match. I mean, 1, 2, and 3 were all really good, but 2 I think stood out because, all right, these two big guys are going to go at it again, and then that happened. So you could, if anyone needs a refresher on that match, you can go ahead and YouTube it or go back on the network and look it up. But Lee versus Dijakovic 2 was, because it was a surprise. It just came out of nowhere, and here was this match where I was just like, what are these guys doing? You didn't expect it. It was a surprise. That's why it was my favorite.
There's just a lot. It's so
there
hard.
is a lot.
It's so hard to pick match of the year.
For me to pick that, because when it's like the 2 out of 3 falls match with
Cole and Gargano.
That match was going to be fire before you even went in. It's going to be awesome.
I also like when Johnny won the title the first time, because Cole won in the best 2 out of 3, if I remember correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The match that Johnny won the belt, though, I like that. That would almost be best moment, though, because that's where he finally became champion, even though it wasn't Tommy Champs, and he technically became the first Triple Crown champion.
Right.
So that was pretty dope. But just a match. I don't know why. I don't know why it entertained me so much. It was a good match, and everyone's gonna be like, "That's not match of the year." But to me, I don't know. Buddy Murphy versus Daniel Bryan on SmackDown.
Okay.
I don't.
It's not match of the year.
I know it's not match of the year, but just it surprised me. I know it's not match of the year, dude.
Well, like you said, subjective.
Yeah. Like what did it do to you? Like, have you ever watched a match and for whatever reason, like, it's not the best match, but it did. It was.
You were in the moment.
I did not expect. I mean, Daniel Bryan will put people over, but because Roman Reigns, like a day before that, kind of put Buddy over, even though he ended up winning, I think. But then Daniel Bryan put him over. I like Buddy, right. So I don't know. It was just a cool moment. I did not expect it.
Right. Yeah, it's the same thing. But that's why mine. Even Dan.
I could have said Dustin versus Cody.
Agreed. That Lee versus Dijakovic too, all the way. So
Dustin versus Cody was not a match that was supposed to be match of the night for that show, and it was.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was good. It was good.
But when you think about how could it not be?
There was no way it wouldn't have been.
WWE certainly did not think that it would be that good.
Well, they don't think a lot of things are going to.
I know, because Hollywood writers.
Well.
Yeah.
Let's see. A taxi versus anybody, obviously, I'm going to say. But I will.
Sometimes those aren't matches, though. It's just
no. But we did have a few matches, and we won.
I watched them.
But you know what? They're good. But match that surprised you. And this might surprise you what I say, but back in Rome in April, Joe Gacy, Garrett Holiday.
Right.
That was a hell of a match.
It was.
It was fun to watch. It was good sound wrestling. Put on a hell of a show. Beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, they really did.
And it was a great match. And they had to show respect, handshake at the end. And then we came out and beat the hell out of Garrett Holiday and put him out of business. But now, further that, who saved Garrett from getting hurt further? Joe Gacy.
Right.
They had never had any interaction before that, but he impressed Gacy so much in a match that he came out and saved his ass.
Right.
I mean, it could have been Recon, but, because Garrett saved, Recon earlier in the night, but he left him out to dry, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
Right.
It was a solid match. Could have gone over on any show, anything on TV, anything you find in the internet, with the big ones. That would have been worthy of any card, I think. To be completely and utterly, truthfully honest, that was a great match.
Yeah.
So,
well, since we wrapped up the best of 2019 and you're here, is there any other, Ataxia stuff you'd want to talk about? I mean, you guys talked about how you brought in Damian Slade. Is there any?
Yeah, we got Damian in now.
Anything going on with anybody else? I mean, we know, stuff. Omar said he might.
Yeah, don't worry about him.
Taking a break.
Don't worry about him. He's gone nomad for a little bit. He has stepped down as sergeant at arms I am now the Sergeant of Arms.
Yes.
See that on-
see,
on-
see,
I
we
see that on the hat
noticed,
there.
you got some new patches there.
Yeah,
So.
I got that.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome,
Thank
sir.
you. That means a lot. Smoke is gone. He was suspended. He's just gone now.
Okay.
For things unbefitting of a Brotherhood member, we had to let him go.
Okay.
And that means he is greenlit to get patches back. So good luck to him trying to stay away from us forever, because we're going to catch up to him at some point. It's just how it is.
Okay.
And, we got the new prospect, Taint. That's his name, Taint. Don't call him anything else now.
Okay.
So we'll see how he does.
Kind of like Reek in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Taint.
I hope you guys don't do it. What
oh
Shut
God,
up,
no.
Awesome.
what happened to Reek? That would just be terrible.
At least you're not Taint.
Please, Coffin, don't do that to me.
Listen, he's got to earn his way in full patch, and however it happens, it happens. And if he doesn't make it, well, too bad. Eventually, hopefully this year sometime, they'll get tag belts in Immortal. We're going to pick those up, because who's going to stop us?
Right.
King said he was going to stop us at one point. He told me, we argued back and forth, he's going to put an end to our shit, and that was August. We still do whatever we want.
Right.
Still,
here comes January.
yeah. He hasn't done anything.
So I mean, I've got to ask. It seems like right now there's only one other full-on team, and they've just formed.
Yeah.
Are you guys aren't worried about the Natural Destroyers at all?
No.
Those are two pretty big guys.
Yeah, they are big guys. Hell of athletes. Great athletes. Tough. They can't beat us, though. What they did to Bud aside. But that wasn't exactly fair, now was it? Little bastard Taint, he ran off. I had to go find him.
Right.
And what happened is Bud took an ass whooping.
Right.
But he kept getting up.
That he did.
He kept fighting back, and he walked by himself out of that ring. So
He is tough.
yeah, he's tough.
Can't-
And Natural
can't knock
Destroyers 2-on-1 couldn't take one guy out. So no, we're not worried about them.
Okay. All right, just doing my job. Had to ask. That's all.
Yeah, ask away. And when the time comes where it's, an actual tag match, we're going to walk away victorious. They're not. People are going to be upset, and I'm going to love every second of it. So,
All right.
and that's that.
All right. Well, yeah, that wraps up, I think, our first show of the year.
Is that a spoiler?
Tying the bow on 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we had. Coffin, thank you for coming in. And
You didn't have to
I
thank me. Oh,
appreciate
thank
my,
I think it's best if we all just say apologize for things now.
yeah.
Now that you know for a fact, I know where to find you anytime I want. I mean,
Yeah.
you really want to keep talking the way you do.
Yeah. I apologized.
Goddamn right.
All right. So, we'll see you in February
Oh, you'll see me around.
at the show.
You'll see me there. You'll see me around.
All right.
And remember, buy a taxi and merch. Support the Interstate Tag Champs.
I already have this.
Yeah, buy more. That was a gift. You have to buy something.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Getting sassy, boy?
I'm not.
All right.
Do you have wristbands? I like those.
I don't even know how to respond to that, but
Okay.
you want a wristband, I'm sure I could write something up on a piece of tape for you.
Okay.
Anyways, hate
We
to
have-
break up this tea party.
Do we have a topic for next week for our top 5?
We don't yet, but we can do our normal
We'll come up with it.
random thing. Probably about 5 seconds here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably text it to you. While I'm parked.
Yeah.
Don't text and drive.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, no distracted
That's
driving.
terrible.
It is.
All right.
So I just threw that caveat out there.
All right.
Caveat.
Well, yes.
Oh,
Again,
one more thing. If Dimitri didn't join us, Red wanted me to tell him, start making vegan donuts and stop not including everybody like a dick.
Well, it's kind of hard
not
when
for-
he's a dick.
Well, he's Greek. They've been riding the freaking Battle of Thermopylae for years, and they didn't even win that battle. So, I mean, come on now.
I got nothing for that.
Anywho.
I've got nothing. So, all right. So we'll be back next week.
Yep.
Obviously.
We'll have a top 5 of some sort.
We'll have a top 5 of some sort. And we are also going to have Danny Adam. We're going to be Skyping with. Yeah.
Who?
You know Danny Adam. He's in the same Fed as you.
What's he look like?
The Toxic Terror.
Who?
Where's the gas mask?
His name's Danny Adam?
Yeah, big cool jacket. Like he looks like he's from Fallout.
Yeah.
Bethesda?
Oh, one of those guys. Oh, yeah, Bethesda. Okay.
Oh, okay.
About this tall?
That may be an exaggeration.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I think I gave him a couple inches.
Yeah.
it's
About stew size, I think. I don't know.
Fair
All
enough.
right.
Okay.
All right. So, thank you for joining us. Like, share, check out all the sponsors, and we appreciate if you support local. And check us out next week. We'll see you later.
Hey, Possum, where are we going next? The bar nearby?
I don't drink.
You do tonight.
Man.
Come on, let's go find one.
sorry, bud, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Wrestle Fandom Radio, Disruption Network, Stu Garrett rated R. ZB on the set first, Utica, New York. Them CNY wrestling fans giving you results like attendance. Heads are in the stands, rumors in advance. Who's returning, who got injured? We're paying homage to the legends going through the tenure. I had to spit it on wax, we give opinions and facts. All the latest updates, who was getting the strap? Who was getting pushed, who was heating, who was cheating? Who got buried for a top spot and who was leaving? What you think of TNA? What you think of the E? Who's the best in Ring of Honor? Who's in NXT? Also Lucha Underground and New Japan Pro. AAA in Mexico, you know this is the fan show. We do this for the love and show it locally. This is what a wrestling podcast's supposed to be. Disruption Networks, Wrestle Fandom Radio, reviewing the pay-per-views. Talk about your favorite show. Hear about who made the news. Latest on the internet. What's the shooter? What's the work? Who's the champ's biggest threat? Disruption Networks, Wrestle Fandom Radio, reviewing the pay-per-views. Talk about your favorite show. Hear about who made the news. Latest on the internet. What's the shooter? What's the work? Who's the champ's biggest threat? Do you hate Roman Reigns? Who's the best in the Shield? Will John Cena eventually end up turning the heel? We Young Bucks and Bullet Club, and I'm signing with Vince. World Wrestling Entertainment dotted line on the Prince. So Kenny Omega make his debut in the States, taking AJ's title, grave his name on the plate. So Jericho retire, who will ever beat Brock Lesnar? Will he re-sign? Who will be his top contender? Will CM Punk return again for one more match? Maybe headline WrestleMania for one more strap? Maybe HBK, you could keep Ric Flair. Finally get the 1, 2, 3 with a pin over Taker. Will Daniel Bryan stay being cleared to compete? Will they break Asuka's streak? Is she fearing defeat? So many questions to be answered. Got the 411 Wrestle Fandom Radio, and there's a lot more to come. Check us out. Disruption Networks, Wrestle Fandom Radio, reviewing the pay-per-views. Talk about your favorite show. Hear about who made the news. Latest on the internet. What's the shooter? What's the work? Who's the champ's biggest threat?
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broken everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.